Hi, everybody. Welcome to Stop Being Sold, a community of informed consumers who are sick and tired of being sold financial products that they don't understand or need. So if you're sick and tired of being a transaction, make sure to hit that subscribe button below so you never miss another video from us. My name is Michelle, and this is Brian. How you doing,
Hey,
Brian?
everyone. Hey, Michelle.
How's it going?
Yeah, doing great today. Hey, we're hearing a lot in the media today about this word cryptocurrency.
Right.
Have you heard of it?
Yes, I have.
That's awesome. So yeah, I'm just trying to figure out what's the big thing with it. And I hear stories in the media about, oh my gosh, stay away from it. It's not safe. Hackers will get to it. Is there I guess my big question is there truly a way to keep your cryptocurrency safe from hackers?
Yeah, it's a really good question. So let's just talk about that. Actually, that's a loaded one. The thing about cryptocurrency, and I've been in it for years, is that it's built on the premise of decentralization and self-reliance, right? It really is. It's about personal responsibility. So, for example, right now, I have money in an investment, I have money in a bank or whatever, and something happens to it. I can just call somebody and be like, ring, ring, hi, look, this just happened. Whether you get your money back, if your credit cards have been compromised or whatever, it's a whole different story, but you have someone to call. Cryptocurrency,
So true.
Because you are your bank.
Right.
There's a very famous crypto saying, not your keys, not your currency. So we'll talk about that in a minute. But if you've got your, here, we'll dive in. So that's the first thing to understand is, this is really about self-reliance, and the beauty of crypto is that you can be your own bank and you can easily transfer money where you need to be. And it's actually it's an asset that you hold. It's like buying a bar of gold. If you got it in your yard or your basement or under your floor, it's yours.
Right.
If you're storing it at a bank, it's kind of the bank's and yours, right? So, anyway, all right, we'll get into this. So I'm going to start with just a few simple ones. The biggest one is if you want to keep your cryptocurrency safe I'm going to stop. It's not just safe from hackers. It's just safe in general. Let's change that language actually, because, have been exchanges that have been shut down by the feds because there's, XYZ is going on or what have you. And I do have a friend here, a friend in my friend group who still can't get her money back. I mean, it's hers, it's there, but they won't release the funds to the consumers, which is awesome because now her Bitcoin that she bought 7 years ago is worth so much. She's not going to sell it, but there are some people who've lost big time. So number one is don't keep your cryptocurrency on an exchange. So if you're buying it on Genesis or, Coinbase is very popular, any of these others that are out there, Kraken, etc. What that means is you're sharing a key, you're sharing with the exchange. So you have access to it and the exchange has access to it. I'm not saying exchanges are going to do anything with it. They would love your money to sit there. They would love you to play with them. What it is what happens when regulators decide overnight that exchange isn't cool. And I don't mean cool, but you know what I mean. That exchange has done something or they're thinking about doing something and they just shut it off. Your money's on there, your crypto's on there, you're in trouble. Okay. So that would be my first thing is, keep it off the exchange. So then where do you put it? I store mine in a hardware wallet. There are numerous types of wallet. And if you go to stopbeingsold.com, we have an article on different types of wallets and what they mean, crypto wallets. You can check that out and we'll put the link below. But here's the thing is that when you have hardware, software, there's all different types of wallets. A hardware wallet is something that looks like a little thumb drive, and how I have access to it is with my special key. Right? That's it. Okay. I hold the key to that sucker.
Like a password?
Yeah, it's like exactly. It's like a password. And so, it's the thing that says that you can access your crypto through it, right? So anyway, keep it in a wallet. That would be my suggestion. And again, I'm not going to go into wallet stuff because, it's you can check out that link below.
Not this type of wallet, right?
What?
Not this type of wallet.
Right? But it's the same idea. It's the same idea. It's a USB thing with screens and little button thingies, and
Oh,
it's
so like a
just
digital
battery.
wallet. So,
Yeah, exactly,
okay.
exactly. And so you're able to access that. We'll go there. Third thing is, while we're on wallets, have multiple wallets. Don't keep everything. The saying, don't put all your eggs in one basket. Don't store all your crypto on one wallet. If something happens,
So very familiar to the same saying is don't put
no,
all your money in one bank, use multiple banks. So,
exactly,
okay.
exactly. And so I'm going to go to the fourth one. Phishing scams. Be very careful. Here's why you want to store them in different places, because there are numerous phishing scams out there. And if one of those wallets falls prey to it, then you're covered with other wallets. But phishing. So we're not getting paid to say this. I'm going to tell you what I use. There's no affiliates. There's nothing on this one, everybody. If you're watching, this is what I use. I use Ledger. Now there's Trezor and a few other wallets out there. And then depending if you own, like if you have Cardano, whatever, there are different wallets for different types of coins that you do need. Some wallets don't carry, you can't hold certain coins on it. But I use Ledger and I love it. And I've used it for a while. And last summer, 2020, they got hacked. Ooh. And not the wallets, but the thing. And what happened is they got people's names and they got their emails and I think their phone numbers. And what happened is you started getting, now, best part, Ledger responded like that. And they're actually hiring bounty hunters. Last time, I don't know, check this in a while. They're hiring people to go find these people who did it. Like they're not messing around. So they were very quick to respond and they let everybody know. But what was happening is I was starting to get these texts like, hey, you should update your Ledger, whatever, like your Ledger password, whatever. Here's the thing. Wallets are not asking you for that. And it was pretty intense because, unfortunately people were falling for it. And, they were asking, what's your recovery phrase? What's your seed phrase? Things like that. And nobody's ever going to ask you that. No wallet's ever going to ask you that.
Well, this is similar, Michelle. The same advice that you're giving here is similar to you're getting a phone call. Hey, you need to update your social security number. This is our IRS or whatever. So virtually the same thing.
Yeah, exactly. It's the same thing. It's totally the same thing. The only difference is when that happens, there's no one to call.
Right. So I'm thinking about this. So let's say I have all this stuff. I have crypto and I have it in my wallet and I'm traveling and I want to access it. Is it like the stock market? I can access everything on my mobile app, pull up my phone and there it is. Or
well, it depends. If you have a mobile, there are people who have mobile wallets.
Okay.
There are people who have wallets through exchanges. There are people who have software wallets, which like a MetaMask, and that's for decentralized, that's for the DeFi space. But there are different types. So yeah, you can, right? And so, but if you have Ledger, you can see Ledger on your phone, you can see your balance. But unless you bring your little machine with you and you connect it, you do all the things and you Bluetooth it, but there, let's talk about that. So, the basic, I'm going to start at the very beginning, which is probably where I should have started. One of the best things that you can do to protect your crypto is make sure that you do not pick a stupid password. Like one that's like, I love mom 2021 or your kid's name and their birth date, your dog's name.
Or worst case scenario, your name and your birth date, right? Yeah, that we've
or 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Like no. And that's really, this is just best practice, right? Use something like LastPass. Be really careful. Because it's a dirty world out there when it comes to cyber security.
Okay, so the password thing, we talk about this all the time, and teach consumers how to make sure you have a good password. What about when you're traveling, or just going to the coffee shop? What about using, should you still avoid public Wi-Fis?
Oh yeah, for sure. 100%. That's actually a really good one, Brian. It's a really good one. Yes. Avoid public Wi-Fi. Personally, I use a VPN. I use it on my computer. I use it on my phone, because VPNs protect your internet service provider, ISP.
There you go. ISP.
ISP, thank you. I'm like, but yeah, I mean, they protect you from that. It's just, it's another level of security, that you can have, really. So I mean, there's a bunch more that we could go over. But, you can always stay up to date on crypto scams. There's like Scam Alert, for example. I think it's scamalert.com. You have to Google it, but you can look up and you can see like the latest, if you think something's suspicious, you can go to Scam Alert and look it up. Don't click that link. If you get a thing, go to Scam Alert, check it out. Also, popular crypto forums are just really being, most people who own cryptocurrency, not most people that I know who own cryptocurrency, we have done it for years. We're involved in the community, right? So there are forums. Pay attention to what's going on. Check that, watch out, because people are alerting other people. They're like, hey, this is happening. Like Ledger and Trezor, the two hardware wallets that are great. They put out newsletters. They put out information. Read it. Like actually read it.
And you just said a keyword there that really pops up. Sometimes the stuff that is free may not have as good as security on it.
Right.
I mean, so just because it's free, sometimes it may be better for you to pay for a better service. Does that make sense?
Right. Yeah. Well, that's why, I mean, that's the whole point of the VPN, right? Or paying for, really paying for a wallet, paying for things. Like it's worth the money that you invest to do that and the time that it takes for you. I do weekly scans on what's going on just in crypto in terms of the, like breaches or whatever is going on, because it's important for me. And it's, and it's also important for other people that I know. And I make sure to relay that information. So there's tweeters. Oh my gosh, there's people on Twitter who will post this kind of stuff. You just have to go look for it. But I'm just going to give you the biggest one of all. First of all, don't keep your money on the exchange is the first one. Your crypto on an exchange. Bad idea. Second thing, and it's not because of hackers. It's because of regulators. It's because God knows what happens if you need it. You need it right now. That's not yours. You want to have your hands on it. But, when you get a wallet, you get a recovery phrase. And it's typically a list of like 12, 18, 24 words that store the info that like you need to recover your wallet should anything happen.
So kind of like a two-factor authorization.
Yeah, which is another thing everybody should be using on their crypto. Excellent one, right?
We're seeing that all the time now. That's why
this is very different. This is a list of 12, 18, or 24 words that if your hard drive crashes and you have here's the deal. So there are some wallets that you store on your hard drive. If that crashes, what are you gonna do? Got to have your recovery phrase. If you lose your little hardware wallet, and I do like this for my little ledger, I wish it's somewhere in here, but it's a tiny little thing. And if I lost that, I could still access it. It doesn't mean it's lost forever if I have this recovery phrase, right? It's called a seed phrase. And here's the thing is that you can recover anything with that because it connects you to the crypto. In these phishing scams I was talking about, this is what they're doing. They're saying, hi, I'm this wallet. Hi, I'm this thing. And I need your seed phrase in order to be able to update this. Nobody is going to ever ask you for that. And that is the kicker.
Good point.
Make sure you store it somewhere that is super safe, fireproof, where nobody knows but you. Well, that's a whole nother topic. I just actually took a class, a very interesting class on passing down crypto if you die, and like who do you leave this with? Do you leave it with a custodian? Do you leave the information in case you die? Forget, like it's what happens and who gets to. There are stories out there all the time of Uncle Bob passed and he had $9 million in crypto and we don't know how to access his wallet.
Right. Well, that's the same thing with anything financial, right? Yeah.
Right. No, absolutely. So just when you have that seed phrase, you have to be very, very, very careful. Don't put it in your dang desk next to your computer and your phone. And no, just be cautious. And so it really goes back, Brian, to personal responsibility and owning it and really owning your decisions and making sure that, you're protecting your cryptocurrency. Because again, I can't pick up the phone and call the lady the nice lady on the end of the line. There's nobody's coming to save you.
And that's how you started this, with talking about the personal responsibility of taking care of this yourself. There's a big responsibility here.
Exactly.
And so almost like if you had a safe full of gold coins at home, you're protecting it, right?
Yeah, right. You're not going to put a yard in your sign in your yard, an electric sign being like, guess what I got? I got
gold. Sign flashing gold here.
No, and you're not going to go give your neighbor the code, and you're not going to do whatever. Right. And we're making, we're being silly here.
Common sense.
Yeah, common sense. And I think that's I'm on my soapbox about responsibility. I think that's the beauty of cryptocurrency, because, what if people approached their retirement, I don't care if it's a 401k, an IRA, if they've got money invested in the stock market and they've even got money in a savings account, whatever they're doing, their budget. What if you approached everything with that level of self-reliance and, and real, you decentralized. There's not some person at the top you can call to fix your problems when you screw up and leave your credit card at the bar all night and can't figure out why you got $3,000 worth of charges in Portugal the next day. It's stuff like that. And so I think that's, I watch this all the time and I check it, and I'm just making sure that things are okay and that things are where they're supposed to be. And it's actually made me more mindful about the investments that I have and the money and how I'm spending money.
Awesome. I love it. I love it.
Sorry, that was a little.
No, that's awesome. Great analogy though, in comparing it to the personal responsibility of your retirement, your savings, anything financial. Think about that. So great line there. I do like that. So Michelle, below this video, I'm going to attach a couple of the blog posts that speak about the crypto wallets and that kind of stuff. So links so the audience can go and take a look at this and try to learn a little bit more.
Take action. Take action. Protect yourself, right?
Protect yourself. You're exactly right. And below this video, folks, we're going to stick a link to the site. But let's say you have some questions that you would like Michelle to go over more the next time on crypto or crypto wallets, or after reading these posts, things will come to your mind, and or watch this a couple more times. Something comes to your mind, stick that comment below the video here, and let's see if we can discuss it in a future video.
Absolutely. And if you like this video, make sure to give us the thumbs up sign, please. And also subscribe so you don't miss another video from us. We cover everything from annuities to crypto to Social Security, tax reform, whatever we're doing it on. It's really about providing you all the information that you need so that you can become a more informed consumer and purchase financial products that you actually need and that you understand, right?
That is so correct. Thank you, Michelle.
Yeah, absolutely. Thanks, Brian. Thank you, everybody.
Bye.